Okay, obviously that transformation didn't happen that fast. Since day one, it's always been my plan to highlight the extra engineering and chassis work that's put underneath the van. Not only does it allow the van to work the way that it works, it's just such a neat feature that most vans do not have. Even though the van was clean by rust standards, there was a lot of filth and grease and grime that needed to be taken off. After some trial and error, I found that a nylon brush on a drill, followed by a wire wheel on a 4-inch grinder, followed by wire wheels on a drill again, was the way to get everything off and clean so that we could prime it and then paint it. So I worked forward one section at a time, cleaning everything off, and Dad followed behind me with the primer. And eventually paint. For anyone who's never done this before, it's amazing how just moving your body to a different position shows you all these areas that you missed. But we got it all cleaned down. Dad went through with a roller and then spray paint to fill in the extra areas. I knew I definitely didn't want black, and I had a vision of this smoke gray and then all the extra chassis, anything that had to do with the chassis and suspension, in body color. And the finished product looks amazing. It took multiple coats over multiple days, but Dad ended up finally getting everything painted and trimmed in. The drive shaft is also being painted body color, and the leaf springs will be the smoke gray along with the rear end. The drive shaft went off to the paint shop to get the actual octane red color sprayed on it. While I was still cleaning up the underneath, Dad tackled the rear wheel wells, which was just years of rubber and traction compound. He did most of this by hand with scrapers and wire brushes, and eventually got it down to the original gold color of the van. With the drag strip abuse that this is going to take, it didn't make sense to do anything fancy here. Just some spray on rhino liner. So all of this will make a beautiful backdrop for the exhaust and drive shaft and rear end and leaf springs to go back in. Okay, so my great idea of getting new leaf springs made has fallen through because any of the shops around here that can make custom springs with the eye, the one place his machine is down and it's at the machine is the machine shop getting repaired, so he can't bend the front eye. Another place could do it, but they're 8 to 12 weeks out. So I kind of came up short there. So in the interest of time, just ordered a new set of leaf springs that are regular Dodge Van leaf springs that'll have the oval eye. Plan was, well, we'll get a bushing, we'll take it to a machine shop and have them machine an actual steel or aluminum bushing that is the size. We can press it in, have a hole for the bushing, put the polyurethane bushings in it and call it a day. So I ordered one bushing from ATS in Pennsylvania just to get something to take to a machine shop. But once I got this thing, there's no reason to have anything better. It is steel cased. It's got a steel sleeve inside, and this rubber is not going anywhere for another 20 years. I mean, it doesn't matter how heavy this thing is or how hard we launch it, that's just going to hold together for a while. So, one piece of good news in this whole scenario, because the rear end is trashed. We took it down to the shop, got it apart, and axle splines are bent, spools broken. It's just everything. So needs everything. So now I'm at a point where I don't know if we're just going to get a 9-inch for it. Got worries about the weight and the strength because this van is very heavy, and a lot of guys that are recommending going 9-inch are running, you know, regular cars, 3,000-pound cars, and this thing's 4,600. Or getting another junkyard Dana housing and welding it up, putting new parts in it. I don't know. I got to weigh the options. I got to see what's available and go from there.